Hey everyone, today we're going to discuss how to write haiku in this video. So, why wait? Let's get to it. What is haiku? Haiku is a Japanese poetry form. A haiku just uses a few words to capture a moment and create a picture in the reader's mind. It is like a tiny window into a scene much larger than itself. Traditionally, haiku is written in 3 lines, with 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the middle line, and 5 more syllables in the concluding line. To the left of you, there's a QR code to help with your syllable count. Please check it out. So, what are some characteristics of a haiku? Well, in a haiku, there are many different elements that constitute of what makes it a haiku. First of all, we would need a season word. A season word is a word that describes a particular season that tells your reader what you want and what your scenery is like. For example, if you're writing a haiku about winter, then the word snow would be the key season word. Furthermore, you should include a division somewhere in your poem. This needs to be focused on one thing first, and then on another. The relationship between these two parts could be related. Also, instead of saying how a scene makes a reader feel, the poet should show the details that causes that emotion. If a sight of an empty winter sky made the poet feel lonely, describing that sky can give the same feeling to the reader. Within a haiku, you should include the following characteristics: kairu, which is juxtaposition; kaireji, which means cutting word; kigo, a seasonal reference, and you need to create an overall moment and meaning to the haiku. The traditional haiku paints a picture. What is considered the essence of haiku is called kairu, which means cutting. This word is used to describe the way two different images meet in the poem. The two colliding words are divided by a kaireji, a cutting word that serves as a separation between the ideas. In Holmes' poem, the word skies acts as a cutting word by dividing the haiku into 2 observations. The first observation describes the surroundings: golden harvest, burning sun, and azure skies. The second observation brings the poet more depth by creating an image of something more emotional under that sky: a farmer finally being rewarded for his hard labor throughout the year. While these 2 images are different in nature, they are still strongly connected and an inseparable part of the picture that this poem paints. Holmes' poem also includes the third traditional aspect of haiku poetry, the seasonal reference. In Japanese, this is called kigo. The seasonal reference can be anything that ties a poem to a certain time of year: falling leaves, frosty windows, flowers starting to bloom. This feature of haiku is why it is commonly believed that they should be about nature. This is not strictly speaking true. A haiku can be written about anything, even refrigerators, and still abide by all the traditional rules. You just need to add a little seasoning. One of the most viral contemporary haiku was written by Rolf Nelson. It has since become so popular that it has even been printed on t-shirts. The humoristic approach to haiku is loved by many and has inspired a lot of people to try the haiku game that has become popular on discussion boards. Playing it is very simple. The game can be set up as a conversation between the players, one long poem where everyone can collaborate, and challenge where anyone can join in by creating a haiku from the theme supplied by the previous player. It's a lighthearted and fun way to get started with haiku, and an exceptional cure for writer's block. Here are some helpful steps to help you with creating your first haiku. Step number 1, write 2 lines about something beautiful in nature. Don't worry about counting syllables yet. Step number 2, write a 3rd line that is a complete surprise. That is about something completely different from the first 2 lines. Keep in mind, it should not be related to the first 2 lines in any way at all. Step number 3, look at the 3 lines together. Does the combination of these 2 seemingly unrelated parts suggest any surprising relationships? Does it give you any interesting ideas? Please keep those questions in mind. Step number 4, rewrite the poem using the 575 syllable format. However, keep in mind, a haiku doesn't have to be a strictly 575 syllable format, as long as it doesn't go over the traditional 17 syllables total. Start experimenting with the new ideas or perspectives that have occurred to you when you're writing your haiku. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.